Hello, everybody. This is Corey Huff with theabundantartist.com, and today I'm here with Jennifer Lee, author of The Right Brain Business Plan, a creative visual map for your success. Tell me why you think artists need a business plan.
Yeah. Well, first off, it's my pleasure to be here and to be with your community. So thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of why artists need a business plan, the way I like to think about it is, if you don't have a business plan, it's like you are going to an unknown destination without a map. So you're just going to go on twists and turns and not have any idea of when you've arrived or how you even got there.
Mm-hmm.
So having that business plan is a way to get clear about here are the goals that I want to achieve with my business. Here are, my perfect clients that I'm trying to attract. Here's how much money I want or need to make and how I'm going to do that. So
Absolutely. So a lot of times when I talk to artists and creatives and I say you need a business plan, they roll their eyes and they're like, oh, I don't want to do this. But
totally.
your book actually makes it really exciting. So what's the difference between a business plan and a right brain business plan?
Yeah. I know business plans, it's like, oh, it makes you kind of cringe. You think it's for corporations. And, if you're an artist, you're certainly not a corporation. And so a right brain business plan, I'll show you an example. This was actually the first one that I did. So it's just in an accordion style book. And the front side of it is basically a vision board for what I wanted my business to be like. This was back in November 2007.
Nice. That's amazing.
So thank you, the overview, kind of strategic partners, stuff around money. And then this was about marketing and getting myself out there. And so that's kind of the overall vision for the
Mm-hmm.
business. And then on the back side, you can't just have a vision board and say that's your business plan. You need a little bit more meat behind it. I mean, you can, but it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to know what actions to take.
Yeah.
So then, I have the executive summary here, but of course, it's got some fun watercolor embellishments, products and services. I think I had, my timeline here. It was a little mini calendar, with dates, strategic partners. I had goals and action steps in this envelope here, and then marketing goals in here. So those are all the typical sections, right, that would go
Mm-hmm.
into a business plan, but much more fun and accessible. Mm.
Okay, you've got some really fun sounding terms in the book. Tell us about the big vision visualization. What is that?
hmm It's basically a guided meditation to help you get clear about what you want in your business in the future. So, in the book, it's a script that's written out, but you can also download it as an MP3 off of rightbrainbusinessplan.com. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously, it's a little bit hard to imagine if you're also reading. So, listening to it can help you kind of relax into it and let your intuition just kind of guide you and see what comes up. So for people, sometimes they see a lot of specific images. For other people, it's just, inklings or feelings. So the big vision visualization helps you connect with that intuition, kind of listening to your subconscious. And it takes you through looking at different parts of your business. So things like, how are you honoring your values in your business? What are the new products and services you're offering? Who are the people that you're working with? And getting clear about who they are and what your impact is on them, and also looking at money and abundance. So those different facets, but allowing your intuition and creativity to paint a picture for you. And it sometimes can be surprising what shows up. I had one person who was doing the visualization and this gazebo came up, like in this backyard. She said, "What's this gazebo?" Like, I don't get it. And it didn't really make sense to her, but later on, as she was working through the rest of the process, she realized it was a place for people to gather.
Mm-hmm.
People come under a gazebo and gather. And her business ended up using the metaphor and symbol of a circus tent. And so it's kind of like a gazebo. So funny how that happens. One other thing to say from the big vision visualization
Mm-hmm.
is that's kind of the basis for the vision board. Like the next step after you do the visualization would then be to make it more tangible by putting it into some kind of visual format, whether that be collage or what have you.
Right.
Okay, so business landscape, kind of the general term means it's kind of my more creative way of saying like the marketplace or your competitors and all of that. NBA types typically talk about SWOT analysis, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and it's in that 4-box, right? Very logical.
Yeah.
We like to think in pictures and metaphors. So this is an example of, the business landscape. It's an illustrated play sheet, and it takes you through that same process of looking at, what are your strengths, what are your competitors doing, what are some barriers that there might be, and then what are the opportunities, and obviously, what are your customer needs?
Right.
So it's just a fun worksheet to use to help you get clear about how you fit in the business landscape and how you stand out. And this is one way to look at it. There's also an exercise called to help you get some of this information to do your detective bulletin board. So that's kind of doing all of that research, but in a visual way. I don't have a physical example, but in the book, there's a little drawing. Where are you? So this is an example. I don't know how well it's going to show up there, but if you were to collect brochures or print out websites and things like that from your competitors, this could be a way to pin it up on a board and start to arrange things in ways that make sense, or where you see there might be holes. Your competitors may not be filling a certain need. It's a way to visually map that out for you to get a sense of how you fit in.
That's awesome. We were talking about the whole business landscape idea, and I mentioned that some of the artists that I work with often say to me, marketing makes me really uncomfortable. I don't like doing sales. How do you plan marketing that doesn't make you feel skeezy?
Right. Skeezy. So I think the most important part is to come at the marketing from an authentic place where you feel most comfortable expressing yourself and connecting with people. So if you're planning your marketing from a place of shoulds, like we hear a lot about, you should be on social media, you should go to networking events. But if that doesn't match your energy and your style, it's going to feel skeezy to you. And I think people will sense that when they're interacting with you. So choose marketing mediums that resonate with you and resonate with your perfect customers. People can feel like marketing is like a sales pitch, or there's the whole elevator speech. So I like to reframe it and think of it more as having a dialogue with someone, being in conversation with someone, asking a lot of questions to find out what their needs are, and then seeing how you can maybe help out, or you might want to refer them to someone else.
Why do you feel like artists have to reframe their relationship with money?
I think it's one of the most important things to do when you're running a business, because if you're carrying around money baggage, that's going to affect how you're operating in your business, how you're interacting with your clients, how you're pricing your work, or maybe not pricing your work. Maybe you're still giving a lot of it away. So getting clear about what are those limiting beliefs you have is going to help you clear the way to come from a place of more abundance and also more confidence in asking for what you're worth. There are a lot of typical limiting beliefs that I hear, especially from artists and creatives, like, I don't want to sell out.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a big one. Or they just want to give their art and their gifts away for free. Or that maybe, making money is hard. So, these are some common ones. I don't know if you've, have some to share that you've heard from your community, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. I think making money is hard is definitely one. Also, what was the first thing you said?
The selling out.
Yes, the selling out. I think that happens a lot more with younger artists. I think those who have a little more experience and have been in the world a little longer, they get it. They get that you got to make money in order to make your art. That if you really do want to bless the world with your talents and abilities, you've got to have the income there to make it so that you can actually make your art. All right. Well, Jennifer, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Corey.
You have a good day.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.